To politics now, we're learning more detail about what was behind President Trump's falling out with Jeffrey Epstein. The president now saying the rift started after Epstein, quote, stole Mar-a-Lago employees. NBC News Chief Justice and National Affairs correspondent Kelly O'Donnell has the latest.
As President Trump headed home from Scotland, he identified a prominent sexual abuse accuser of Jeffrey Epstein, Virginia Giuffre, as a former Mar-a-Lago employee who had been recruited by Epstein to work for him instead, causing a falling out with Mr. Trump.
He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know, none whatsoever.
Giuffre, who died by suicide in April, had worked at the spa at Trump's Mar-a-Lago club as a teenager in the late 90s. Reporters asked the president whether any young women were among those hired away by Epstein.
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa, hired by him.
This new disclosure surfaced as the president revealed more about why he abruptly cut off his friendship with Epstein 20 years ago.
We took people that worked for me, and I told him don't do it anymore, and he did it. And I said, stay the hell out of here.
In 2019, Epstein was charged with sex trafficking of underage girls. Giuffre had pushed for Epstein's arrest.
How did this happen for so long? How did he get away with it?
NBC's Kelly O'Donnell reporting there. So, Joe, we've heard now for 2 days in a row President Trump's big beef with Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex trafficker, is that he poached employees from the spa at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, different than what we've been hearing in the past, which was that Jeffrey Epstein had made an inappropriate move on one of his members' children earlier. But the last couple of days, it's now been that he's stealing employees. Let's bring right now host of our fourth hour contributing writer at The Atlantic, Jonathan Lemire, U.S. Special Correspondent for BBC News and host of The Rest is Politics podcast, Katty Kay, and NBC News and MSNBC political analyst, former U.S. Senator Claire McCaskill. Jonathan Lemire, we'll start with you. I've seen reports that the White House believes that the worst of this is over. Obviously, if we're talking about the differences in stories between whether Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump had a falling out because of a stolen spa employee versus an inappropriate remark or action towards a member's father. We're getting pretty deep in the weeds there. I'm curious, what's the White House thinking? Do they think the worst is over here?
Yeah, the story has shifted a few times because there was also earlier an accounting that not President Trump, but Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein have falling out over a real estate deal, that they both were competing for the same bit of property there in Palm Beach. So that's shifted a few times and has raised some eyebrows. It remains to be seen whether they have cleared this or not. There hasn't been any immediate new developments or bombshells in recent days. You know, the Wall Street Journal has had a couple of major pieces of reporting matched by other news outlets. That's been quieter. There is still the ongoing lawsuit, of course. I think a lot of eyes right now are looking at Ghislaine Maxwell, who had the 2 days with the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche in Florida last week. You know, is expected to talk to congressional investigators later in August. And also, so that's one front. And the other being Republican lawmakers, as they do go home for the August recess, what are they going to hear from constituents? Yes, there has been, you're right, Joe. I've talked to some White House aides who are slowly starting to relax, thinking that perhaps the end is in sight with this story, but they don't think they're quite through it yet. And it is going to be a test of these Republicans who have been, for some of them, for years, have touted this conspiracy theory, egged on by podcasters and the like, as we've been discussing for weeks now, that they're not going to be able to just put the toothpaste back in the tube, if you will, as one person put it to me the other day. So I don't think the political firestorm is over just yet, and Democrats certainly going to do their part to keep it going.
Well, and Claire McCaskill, I was going to ask you what Democrats should do. They obviously denied immunity for Ghislaine Maxwell to come testify in the House. But what's the Democrats' best move here? Do they move on and over the August recess talk about the bill and how that's going to hurt Americans at the kitchen table? Or do they keep talking about or trying to figure out how to make hay over this story on the Epstein files and the conspiracy theory that's swirled around it for years now, mainly on the Republican side?
Yeah, I think they can do two things at once. I think they can spend a great deal of time talking about how bad this bill was for most Americans, what it's going to do to their health care, what it's going to do to, frankly, fatten the pockets of very rich people in this country at the expense of others. I think they can also talk about increased costs and tariffs. But here's the thing, Joe. They need to get Republicans to vote on this stuff around Epstein. And the idea that there are Republicans right now trying to clean up Maxwell's image. I mean, let's be clear what Maxwell is. Maxwell is a convicted, lying, sexual predator of children. That's what she is. And she not only she's the one who recruited the young lady from the teenager from Mar-a-Lago. It wasn't Jeffrey Epstein that recruited the woman who committed suicide last year. It was Maxwell. She was the one who recruited him. And in some of these instances, I'm going to be not graphic, but kind of graphic. She's the one who removed these girls' panties for Jeffrey Epstein to have his way with them. So the idea that they're trying to somehow use her to clean up Trump's image around this, I believe, is really going to backfire on them. So the Democrats need to force Republicans to vote on these issues, because I think these issues have really penetrated not just Democratic voters, but independent voters and, frankly, even the MAGA base. Politically, it's smart for them to stay on it.
Well, I mean, I think just my instinct, if I were going home to the district for August recess, I would be hammering night and day on the bill, talking about how my constituents' health care is going to be gutted, their children's ability to get the care they need, their parents' ability to get the care they need, gutted by this bill. And billionaires were the ones that were going to profit off of that extra money. You're also going to be having, of course, tech giants, tech moguls that run monopolies that were going to be able to benefit from this bill. The tax cuts for the richest that all seems to me, if Democrats can figure out how to hammer that point home, they've been handed this political gift, because Americans are going to be hurt in so many different ways by the passage of this bill. And on the issue that I campaigned on and stayed on in Congress, they've just exploded the debt by another $4 trillion, $20 trillion over the next decade. That's a crisis for every single American. But in the background, just tweak on your Republican opponent who is talking about the Epstein files for years. It's the Democrats covering it up for years. It's Biden covering up. It's Merrick Garland covering up. It's Hillary covering up. All these crazy conspiracy theories. That would be a lot of fun. And it would also be very revealing to constituents what a liar that Republican congressman or congresswoman was, and what a hypocrite, that they were willing to gin up false conspiracy theories about Democrats, but the second a Republican's in the White House and tells them to stop, they suddenly go silent and say nothing to see here, move along, move along.
Yeah, and frankly, the reason Johnson adjourned when he did, is he didn't want to have votes on this subject.
Right.
He's not going to be able to avoid it. There are going to be votes on this subject in both houses, both in the Senate and in the House. And the people who vote, those votes will be remembered by people who do digital ads and make TV ads, and they will be blasted next year, the first part of November, especially if they play games and try to get Maxwell, let her out of prison if she says good things about Donald Trump and indicts others who were involved in this sordid affair.
Yeah, and I mean, and Kathy, I guess that would be my lead. Hey, it's great to be here at the town hall meeting. It's wonderful seeing all of you. Of course, it's great being home to see my family. I wouldn't be here, but the fact that they shut down the People's House because Mike Johnson was afraid we were going to take a vote on letting you see what was inside the Epstein files. That's a pretty good lead, right?
Yeah, and I think you're right. You tweak them, right? You use it as a way to tweak your opponent who has been talking about the Epstein files, specifically if you have an opponent who's raised it in the past. That's a good one to lead with. But it's interesting to see, Joe, I mean, to your point earlier, you now have several Democrats coming out publicly, Senator Coons, Senator Kaine, Senator Fetterman, a handful of members of Congress saying, actually, you know what? The Epstein issue is a distraction from what we should be talking about. And, of course, we can do two things at once, but the priority needs to be the impact of the big, beautiful bill and the tariffs. And, you know, with the reporting coming that Americans will start to feel the impacts of tariffs, there's a report in Reuters saying that's going to hit pretty hard in the next week or two. I think running on the economy, when the polling suggests that is still what Americans care most about, more than the Epstein issue, is probably the safer bet for Democrats.
And I was going to ask, in Britain, in Europe, what is the pickup on the Epstein file conspiracy theory? Or do they think Americans are crazy to talk about it with everything else that's happening across Washington and America and the world? Or is it something that Europeans are also focused on?
Europeans think Americans are crazy, Joe. No.
Yes.
No, that never happens. Look, it did break through. I mean, it was interesting. I'm heading back this week, but when it was at its peak a couple of weeks ago, it definitely broke through. It led the news bulletins a few times here. It was on the front pages of the papers. Now I have to say it's much more talk about Gaza and the situation in Gaza, which we've spoken about a lot the last few days, and that seems to have knocked the Epstein story off the front pages here. And I guess something similar may happen in America, not necessarily with Gaza, but with another big story when it comes along.
Yeah.